Shalom Israel. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to Lek out there doing his work of faith and labor of love and true sincerity. All right, now I want to get into a quick topic, just pretty much based upon how Jake, everything is about, their feelings, their emotions, and no one does things according to, logical thinking anymore, or just the right way, just feelings, emotions, and everything's overrides, people's uh, whatever intellectual capabilities that they actually have, whatever spiritual capabilities that they have, just feelings and emotions overrides everything within the society. And, that's the thing that what got Jake messed up out here in the first place. That's why we're in our condition, because why we wanted to go according to how we wanted to go following the other nations. That's all based off feelings and emotions. Yet something may look good and smell good because what is wrong. It's always that temptation there to want to do something because it looks tempting, because you know the thing that's not right for whatever reason, this and Satan having a lock and key on his world, that doing what's wrong, it feels or it seems so good to people that they don't want to get over that, but we know that the Lord tells us and the Lord thinks otherwise. So this is Isaiah 55, and I'm starting at verse 6. It says, "Seek ye the Lord while he may be found, call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. For my ways are not, for my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither your ways my ways, saith the Lord." So the Lord is clearly telling people what you got to seek him while he may be found. The Lord is not going to be found while you caught up in your emotions and thinking you right on this and you right on that. You have to be willing to submit. You know, everybody has to submit to something, but when it comes to people's everyday lives, they don't want to submit. You know, you submit in everything else. You submit to the so-called white man with your job and all of that. You submit to red lights when you got to stop at them. You submit to the police, when they pull you over. So why not submit to the Lord? People got a problem with doing that. They can submit to anything else, but once you start telling them how they should live accordingly to the Lord, they got a problem with submitting all of a sudden. But in every other aspect of your life, you find something that you have to submit to. You have to submit to uh, uh, taking care of your kids. You had to submit to everything within your lifestyle. Period. So why not submit to the Lord? You know, you have to forsake your ways and your thoughts. That's the only way that what it said, uh, into our power, for he will abundantly pardon. If people truly want to be forgiven as they say they do, people feel as though they saved how they say they are, in which they ain't. What you have to be willing to give up your ways, because your way is not the right way. The scriptures tell us man's goings are of the Lord, therefore how can a man understand his own way? So our ways have to be of the Lord and not of ourselves. Period. That's how it has to be. So it says, let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. So like an unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh that was pretty much the point. So, you know, people thinking that they can compare their thoughts and their mindset, their ideals to the ways of the Lord. When the Lord thinks on a different plane, the Lord thinks on a different plane entirely. So, of course we can't, but what? We got to get up on a Lord's level. The Lord want us to see things in a just of a fraction of how he sees things, you know. even though we can't see the entirety, but we understand what the basics of what the Lord wants us to know, and that's the way that He wants us to go, that He taught us to follow. So that's the way that we're supposed to go, not according to our own ways, you know. But Jake got an excuse, a song, and a dance for everything, man, for everything under the sun, you know, for everything up under the sun, and it's just ridiculous. And matter of fact, it made me think of what's that? Ezekiel. I forget if it's 33 or 33 something. I forget. Get dyslexic with them numbers. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's Ezekiel 33. And I'm gonna start at verse 30. It says, "Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak to one another, every one to his brother, saying, Come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh from the Lord. And they come unto thee as a people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness." So what? It's mainly lip service, and this is what we got to get away from. This is what has destroyed us. This is what destroys Jake nowadays, because all Jake do is lip service, man. You can't trust nothing out of a nigga mouth, man. You know, it's like it's to the point where it's like if it's not, uh, a brother in his truth, or something like that. It's like you can't trust people's word like that, man. You know, like we're a select chosen few, you know, that truly understands the whole process of the world, know how things should be. We're an elite force. That's how we got to look at things. Like we're an elite force, and everybody else is just ordinary, man. We're an elite force, you know. Verse 32. "And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them." And that's when the Lord is going to take them as a thief in the night, because what? They believe not on the prophets of who he hath sent, which is us, you know? It's as simple as that. And let me go to the book of Romans. Uh, it's Romans 9 and 15. For it says, "For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy." Matter of fact, let me go back up. Uh, Romans 9 and 13, "As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated." So, people need to look at this statement like, huh? You know, what's going on with this right here? But to the churches, the Lord loves everybody. And I read this to somebody else before, and they told me that it's not the person, it's the actions. Well, it doesn't say that. It said Esau have he hated. People try to add on to that song and the dance when they don't have that proper understanding. They feel what they don't understand. That should be a topic in itself. Oh, verse 14, "What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? Yahweh forbid. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy." So at the end of the day, it's all about the Most High, man. It's all about him. It's not about us, man. It's about the Most High. What can we do for him? How can we choose? How can we serve him, to the best of our ability? How can we get out of our own way so that the Most High be willing to save us, be wanting to save us, be looking at us, as those proud children that he raised up from the womb, man. That's what it's all about. So the Lord is going to have compassion. He's going to have compassion. Mercy, you're going to hear on who he's going to have mercy. Just like going down, verse 17. "For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, Even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. So what the Lord did it for his particular glory. You know, we are a portion of how he showed his glory. So when people supposed to look at us, they supposed to see that glow, that inner glow. They know it's something special about us, but from the conditions and how we currently living, because due to the curses, they see us as shit. But they know it's something special there, man. They truly know that, and that's something that they fear. You know. Therefore, hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will he hardeneth. For thou wilt say unto me, why doth he yet find fault? For who have resisted his will? Nay, but O man, who art thou that replies against the Most High? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? You know, so what? The Most High, he does what he wants to do. And this goes back to the point, for as the heavens are hiding the earth, so are my ways hiding your ways. The Lord thinks on a whole different plan, a plane way farther than we can ever fathom, you know? So it's best for us to submit to his will and just to follow suit with the plan, man. And not try to do our own thing, because that's what God has said in the first place, as I mentioned already. You know, so with that, you know, I hope this segment was edifying. And I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect out there doing his work of faith and live with love and true sincerity. Shalom.